Welcome back. At the start of 2024, many consumers are expressing a desire to reduce their meat consumption and choose plant-based proteins as a cost-saving measure. But if the price of meat has indeed gone up, so have the prices of meat alternatives, each following the same trends over the past few years. So what exactly does 2024 have in store for our grocery shopping? And will we be able to stick to our budget and diet ideals? Always a great pleasure to check in with Dr. Sylvain Charlebois, the food professor himself, senior director at Agri-Food Analytics Lab and professor of the Faculties of Management and Agriculture at Dalhousie University. I sounded like a wrestling announcer just there, Sylvain. But, the food professor.
I like the ring to it. I like your style for sure.
Thank you. I like your style. So, actually, it's great that we're speaking today because we just got this morning's latest inflation numbers, 3.4%. We're clearly not done with inflation. I just want to start by asking, I mean, food is still a big part of this inflation we're going through, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, numbers that came out by Statistics Canada aren't reassuring, to be honest. We were expecting the food inflation rate to continue to drop. It stalled at 4.7%, and so it's not what we were looking for. The food inflation rate is pushed by vegetables and fruits. Now, it's typical this time of year. But the dollar hasn't been a story of late, and so you can feel that that the inflation is stalling a little bit, and that's not necessarily a good sign. So people will have to look a little bit harder for deals at the grocery store. So
first, let's talk about me. I remember every once in a while, I would hear with either Elias or Andrew or Aaron and Natasha, and sometimes you would say, poultry, chicken. Chicken is cheaper this time around, or pork, or you would always point to something. Now, are we just saying that all kinds of meat and poultry are just sky high and we have to deal with it?
Not necessarily. Okay. I actually do think that beef is a premium product. I think everyone knows that beef is out of reach for a lot of people, except for ground beef. Ground beef has actually increased by about 16% over the last 4 years. So 16% is a lot, but over 4 years, it's not that bad. So that protein is not overly expensive. Chicken has been quite stable, to be honest. It's 8% over 4 years, and pork is 7% over 4 years. So it's not too bad. If you're very careful, if you don't pick expensive cuts, you should be fine.
Okay. So, and for our vegans out there, so you're saying that plant-based protein is not a huge cost saver.
Well, this is the thing, because a lot of people are saying, well, my goodness, at the meat counter, things are unaffordable, meat prices are crazy. Well, yes, some cuts have actually gone up significantly, but when you actually keep it to the minimum, if you focus on basics only, and you compare those prices with, say, the most popular plant-based products like hummus, for example, tofu, dried beans, lentils. On average, those products have gone up 23 to 25% over the last 4 years, not 7%. So I think the reason why people think that meat prices have gone up so much is that meat prices tend to be more volatile. So if you show up at the meat counter at the wrong time, at the wrong place, you'll get spooked. I mean, really, literally. I mean, sometimes some products go up 25% in a month.
Oh, absolutely.
But with vegetable proteins, things are way more predictable and stable.
Okay. So can I ask you shop for food to eat for you, your family. So what's your game plan when you go to the grocery store?
My game plan is pretty simple. So we eat everything in our family, to be honest. We're open-minded, so you do have a list. So I have an idea of how much I should be paying for certain products at the grocery store, but I keep an open mind because there are deals at the grocery store that are not announced or rarely announced, especially in the fresh section. So you want to keep an open mind. Sometimes you can grab something that is discounted at 30%, 50%. So I would take advantage of that, especially at the meat counter. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, I found a meat cut, a beef product, that was priced at $50, but it was half price. So that's $25. It's a lot.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. And it wasn't because it was about to go bad?
It was, absolutely. But when you look at it, and if you're planning to cook that evening, no problem.
There you go. No, absolutely. So yesterday you were talking about this with Andrew. Was it yesterday or the day before? I forget, but about, is it Loblaws that is stopping doing that? Because I used to shop this. You would sometimes see the stickers, and the best before date was like, say, tomorrow, and it was they would add manually these 30 or 50% stickers and say, okay, great, I'll eat it tonight. So no more.
No, that's right. So it was, they didn't even make an announcement. I actually got an email from Loblaws last week, and that was it. Basically, they were confirming rumors about the end of the 50%. So from now on, if you go to Maxi or Provigo, you're only going to find products that are discounted at 30%, and that's it. And frankly, I don't know. I think it's a missed opportunity for Loblaws to actually read the room here. We're mid-January. People are getting their bills from the holidays. Right. A lot of people are struggling out there. I mean, it's just, I don't know about the timing. I think it's really, and the other thing, in the email, the one thing that really bothered me is that the reason why they're doing this is to align its policy with the competition.
It's fascinating to me because is it maybe to favor some app they're behind? Do you think that might be it?
Well, there is an app, absolutely. You can actually use Flash Food, and Flash Food will give you some major discounts. The problem with Flash Food is that you have to make that leap of faith. You're buying a picture. You can't really see the product. And so you'll buy something you can't see, you can't touch. So when you actually show up at the grocery store to pick up whatever you just bought online, it may not be the product you were expecting. Maybe you're buying, I don't know, a piece of bread that is much drier than expected, or you're buying a piece of meat that doesn't really look good compared to the picture you saw. So, and that's the problem with these apps. I mean, these apps are wonderful, and it will give you access to some great deals. But at the end of the day, you may actually end up buying something you just don't want.
All right, Sylvain. For this year, I think you should really work on developing your intellectual property. The food professor should either be a superhero or a wrestler, one or the other. A Marvel. We need a movie we need a Marvel movie by the end of the year. The Food Professor.
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's work on that. All right. Sylvain, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time.
Take care.
Take care. Dr. Sylvain Charlebois is the food professor, senior director at the Agri-Foods Analytic Lab and professor at the Faculties of Management and Agriculture at Dalhousie University.